Look at this venue. All of these people, we're here for motorcycles, and tonight, not only is it flat track, but I'm going all electric.
For this Moto Adventure, I would head back to Portland in Oregon for the annual One Moto Show. And in 2020, they went bigger than ever. Held in the Memorial Coliseum, the One Moto Show now had everything under one roof. As the show bikes and vendors were now mixed in with the flat track racing. So once through those doors, it was nothing but Moto madness. Now the Memorial Coliseum is a story all in itself, as it had recently been saved from demolition and it now stands as a national treasure. Completed in 1960 and well known as the home to the NBA 77 champions, the Portland Trailblazers, it's also held some great events over the years, like performances from the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Dylan and the Rolling Stones. And it's also where the one and only Evel Knievel powered his Harley-Davidson XR750 through the Coliseum.
We're out here overlooking the expanse of 17 vans and trucks. He'll have to be hitting somewhere between 80 and 85 miles an hour when he hits off.
Now motorcycles were back, and this time in an abundance. So let's get inside and see what's going on. Now inside the One Moto Show, you're going to find just about every kind of motorcycle. And that's what I love about this show, as anything goes. Whether you're into mini bikes, fast bikes, vintage or modern, it's all here. As well as moto-inspired artwork and crazy crash helmets. So let's go and take a look around and see what catches my eye.
Now this is a machine that looks like you can go anywhere. We've got a chainsaw on the front, and if it's too much for the bike, get the bicycle out. Now this is how to do it. Take your motorcycle with you. Go to the racetrack. You can actually go to the racetrack with your race bike and just cruise along. Gotta love this. It's old, but it's gorgeous. Look at this, old, used and well loved. And apparently even Brad Pitt's been on this bike. Love it. Real nice build here, female bike builder, done all the gas tank herself, and who doesn't love a Moto Guzzi? Great bike. look at this, it's an absolutely gorgeous motorcycle, beautiful lines. What I like about this though is that big KTM air-cooled engine that's in here too. You know this will sound good, send vibrations through you, and look at it, it looks gorgeous. Brilliant, love it. Now this is beautiful, really clean, gorgeous, the future. Now I've seen loads of bikes these days with surfboards on them. This one not. It's got a baseball bat. So head out. But look at this. Another female builder. I love it. Great to see. And this is the builder. Amazing. Great job. Check her out. Now this is a showstopper. It doesn't need much of an introduction. It's the awesome Honda RC30. Gorgeous. I would love to ride that. Now this is one of my favourites of the show. Why? Because it's an old school Royal Enfield engine in this beautiful, new, gorgeous chassis. Look at it, modern suspension, front and rear, good brakes, front and rear, and an old engine with lots of character. It's beautifully made, it's finished impeccably. I love it. Now that looks like a lot of power for a little bike. Top fun.
And once I'd looked around and seen all those awesome static machines, it was then time to go and see some in action, and onto the inner part of the Coliseum, to watch and then also take part in some bar-to-bar action. And thanks to 28 truckloads of Portland dirt being tipped into the middle, the Memorial Coliseum soon became a playground of fun. And getting the crowd warmed up was a very entertaining, costume-wearing mini-bike riders, and that three-headed helmet was definitely a fan favourite. And then the awesome kids race, wall blasted around the track with great skills. sending the crowd into laughter was Uncle Ronnie Mack and Larry Entice's high-revving antics. Revs with those stunt boys with their stretched out street bikes as they impressively powered around the track. And then it was my turn, as I was about to take part in the first ever Electric National flat track race. Yes, you heard me right. Electric. So no sound, no gas, no gears, just twist, and with a whiz, off you go. And my machine will be the impressive Zero FX, and with only a few simple mods, like fitting the 19-inch flat track wheels and tyres, and a few simple suspension tweaks, and also fitting some rather sleek looking carbon bodywork by Clay Moto, the Zero FX was ready to race. Now lining up on the grid was a host of real fast riders, and none other than Slamming Sammy Halbert, who'd already used me for traction in the heat race when I got in his way. But this is the final, and in true electric fashion, it was total silence before the action began. First time during a race, I can actually hear the crowd scream and the commentator jabbering down the mic, as my hearing is not now fully consumed by a screaming combustion engine. Now my ride is a whiz as I power up the turns, then a grinding of the dirt as I jump on the brakes. It sounds so different, but the sensation of riding is practically the same. As Sammy came around to lap me, he thankfully did me a favour this time and yelled at me to move. With all this silence, I heard him, and so I did just that, and saved myself being used as traction once again. Motorcycles have put on quite a show, and I'm sure surprised many with their speed and performance.
That was amazing. Okay, I got lapped, but I got lapped by a Grand National winner. It was super fun, I had loads of fun. And that electric is the future, because those things are rip. It was awesome. Watch this racing, it's fine.
After the electric, it was then back to the sounds and smells of the combustion engine, as class after class of flat trackers fought it out on track all evening. Moto fun, it was now time to relax, so I popped over to the Jupiter Hotel for the after show party. The next morning I pick up an FTR 1200 Rally from Indian and then leave the Memorial Coliseum behind, as today I'd ride around the city of Portland and make some interesting stops along the way. And first up will be coffee. There's only one place for that. CC Motor Coffee is a place where you can drink great coffee and immerse yourself in motorcycles, artwork, or just read old bike mags from around the world. But just recently, they've also made their coffee available online and also ship it around the world. So, no matter where you live, we can all enjoy their superb coffee. After getting my morning kick, it was then down to the Jupiter to check in and find out what makes this hotel so unique.
So I'm here with David from the Jupiter Hotel. Tell us a little bit about this place. What makes this such a unique hotel?
It is right there in our title. We say Jupiter, a Portland hotel, and it really is what's indicative about this place. And we stand to, represent everything that is what people come to Portland for.
Now the One Show has just been growing and growing and growing. What have you been doing to incentivize like the motorcyclists to come here?
The minute, CCs, as they started to grow this event, were coming on board and needing more and more, we were like, what can we do to make this a true partnership? We really want to make an offering for people that are coming here, and it's just got to be one of those things that when they think One Moto, they think Jupiter, and for us, we get to have a blast doing it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for putting us up here. We've had a great time. So if you want to stay somewhere cool, listen to great music, have a great time at the Jupiter, this is the place to go.
Back on the FTR Rally, and I'd now make my way across one of Portland's many bridges, as I went in search of some food. So this is the world famous Voodoo Donuts. There's always a massive line outside this place. Do very, very colourful donuts. But are we going to wait in line? Nah. Let's go get a burger. This would also now be a chance to escape a bit of traffic and rise above the city as I climbed in elevation. And I also got a chance to see Portland from a different perspective, as well as seeing Mount Hood in the background. And at a junction of what feels like the city is on one side and nature is on the other, is a place that's been serving up big burgers and shakes since 1935. So Portland's full of great places to eat, but Skyline Restaurant here has been serving burgers and shakes for many, many years. We're here for a burger, so let's get stuck in. So we've ordered here a giant cheeseburger. Look at the size of that. Bon appetit. Delicious. With my belly full, I now jump back on the Indian Rally and headed back into town. Portland has a bit of a reputation for the weird and wonderful, so I made sure my next stop would be something different. So this is an interesting little stop. This place is a little perfumery, very dude-centric, where they can do some nice little mixtures, so let's go and check it out. So you've got some beautiful perfumes here. You say you're very dude-centric.
Yeah, more on the masculine end. We've got some rich, heavy, thick, resinous fragrances.
Well, that would be really good for my audience because that's definitely what their resonates was. You get anything that smells like two-stroke oil or two-stroke
This is very asphalty. Yeah, so it's got a lot of rubber and leather.
We're getting closer to my kind of fragrance here.
And so that's the idea. I don't want to make a perfume that you wear every day. I want to make something that just smells absolutely nuts and unique.
Could you show us your workshop or where you put the scents
Oh yeah,
together?
I'd love to. Yeah, all these are diluted down, so these are all raw materials. I mean, we're talking about like isolated molecules, essential oils, absolutes, CO2s, which are like essential oils of essential oils, so they're highly concentrated. It's not hard to make something that smells good. What is hard is making something that smells unique and has longevity and like projects nicely. It's sort of like painting, but like a landscape with smell rather than colors.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much for showing us around. It's been fantastic.
Take this is the Cobra and the Canary, which is lemon, leather, and asphalt.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Gonna smell better from here on forward. My wife's gonna be very happy with this. Thank you, buddy. All right, all the best. Take care. And that will be my last stop in Portland. I hope you've enjoyed the ride. Once again, the One Moto Show has been nothing short of spectacular. And thank you to everyone who made it all happen. And a big thumbs up to all the fans for coming out to support it all. Also, a huge shout out to Zero Motorcycles for giving me such a fun and silent whiz around the track. As well, giving me the chance to take part in the first ever Electric National. It was an experience I'll never forget. But most of all, thanks to all the bike builders and artists who turned the Memorial Coliseum into a coliseum of motorcycle art, and inspiring us all to pick up some tools and go to work. So I say get to it, go create, when you can, gear up and go for a ride.
Hi, I'm Larry Enticer.